Hey, how you doing? This is John, and welcome to John's Long Box. Today, I'm looking at, from the Outerverse, whatever that means, the Golem Walks Among Us. This is Mike Mignola, Christopher Golden, Peter Bertling, and Michelle Madsen. This is part of the Hellboy world. And first off, I would have got this anyway, because even as a kid, I was kind of like fascinated with golems. Ever since I opened up that monster manual and I saw golems, and then I did a little bit of research on them. I read that the Golem, the novel. I can't remember who wrote it about, and this is supposed to be that Golem. So it was in Prague. I forget what year it was, but the local Jews there were getting like oppressed by the government, by the people. They were being treated badly. So the rabbi made a Golem, and the Golem. Excuse me, the Golem did what it was supposed to do for a while, but it eventually started to develop like not only like a free will, but like kind of like a sinister free will, and that's not good. And they had to put it to sleep again, and this is supposed to be the continuation of that Golem. So, and that Golem's name was Joseph in the book. So this is Joseph the Golem, and he's back. But what does he do? He fights witches. So he's a witch hunting Golem. And the Golem was gone for a little while, and now it's returning. Now, also, I bought this comic months and months and months ago, and I loved it, and I was super excited about it. And I didn't realize I missed issue number 2, and I finally found issue number 2, and then I couldn't find number 1 again. I wanted to read the 2 issues together, but that's besides the point, and I'm rambling. So here we got some cool artwork, and let's open it up and check it out. So the story by Mike Mignola, Christopher Golden, art by Peter Bertling, colors by Michelle Madsen, letters by Clem Roberts, cover by Beat. So, and let's look at the indicia. The Golem Walks Among Us, number 1, August 2021. So it's not that old. This is a 2-issue limited series, and Dark Horse puts out a lot of these that are related to the Hellboy world. And I always say that I'm a freak for Hellboy. Anything Hellboy I pick up. It's no splash page, but I love the moodiness. Just check that out. So this is Hellboy walks that line between horror and superheroes. If you like horror, if you like superheroes, then you should be collecting Hellboy. That's all I got to say. It's so good, and I know it's kind of intimidating to jump into Hellboy right now. But anyway, so where is this? This is Camogie, Northwest in what's wrong with my mouth? 1938. So the baby is born, and the midwife is giving the baby to these adventurers. And the woman's like, let me just hold the baby. And she's like, you know what happens to newborns? We got to get it out of here. So what's going on? People are smuggling babies. Like, are these the bad guys? What's going on? So these two are taking this newborn baby. Didn't even like breastfeed off its mother yet. And look, guy's got a fish hook. And they're surrounded. And what's going on? Well, apparently there's Mormo. And I got to look up if Mormo is like a real mythological thing or not. But Mormo is taking infants as a sacrifice, and this is such like a Lovecraft thing. Like you give the demon or the angel or whatever the hell it is, whatever it wants, and it gives you like prosperity. So that's what's going on. You sacrifice the infants to Mormo. Mormo does whatever Mormo wants with the babies. Think of like, what is it, the Night King in Game of Thrones, and you get prosperity, magic powers, wealth, and power over other women because they're a bunch of pervs. So there we go. And these women aren't having it. She's got her gun out, and she's like, we're going to stop these guys. And like, you got to do it. You got to do it. And look at these skis. He goes, yes, girl, we worship Momos that offer up young lives in exchange for power, for blessings, some of us for magic, and some of us just think the babies are delicious. Freaky. What, you hear that? You hear that? And look, something's falling. The airplane comes over. It goes, what is it? She's like, I don't know. And here we have, boom, the Golem just lands like a superhero landing. He's like, what the hell is this? I smell witchcraft. So that's is purview the right word? That's his purview. He's a witch killer. And for all of you who watch my channel and like, well, witches aren't like that. This is, evil witches. This is, traditional bad whatever satanic witches. And so he gets up and he's like, you don't have any magic. And he just beats him, and then this poor woman gets stabbed by a fish hook, and this woman's about to get strangled, but the Golem just beats them up. And then what does this guy? He uses his magic and he animates the corpse of the other woman, and he's just like, it's not over. So not only is he animated the corpse, but the corpse is telling him where to go. It's so freaky. And here's the Golem with the infant, and people are like, what's going on? Because I know you're grieving, Lucia, but at least your baby is alive. Others have not been so lucky. She's like, lucky, my baby. He's like, I didn't even get to... So now they're coming in like, you had a baby? I'm getting into this story. So here's the Golem is returning the baby to them. And she's like, we can't do this. You know what's going to happen. So now they're cutting to the past, and he's talking about how other times when babies were given up for witchcraft and everything like that. And he's like, the Golem, you condemned us all by bringing back the baby, So now here they are, they're doing magic, and he's, protecting the baby. And he's like, yeah, we want what we want. And he's like, we got to go out there. So here comes the Golem, just coming out and just starts. These guys can't be hurt because they have the mark of Mormo on their arm. So what does the Golem do? He rips their arms off. He's like, oh my God, he's going to rip the brands right off us. So ta-da. So they're a little scared, but they're kind of overpowering him. And what's he doing? He's just fighting them off while he's just being a distraction while she's running away with the baby. She'll be safe in the church. So they go into the church, and what do they find? Look at that. Look at that. That's just so creepy. I've been reading horror comics all weekend. He's like, foolish woman, haven't you just learned now that what your God thinks of your promises? And she runs away. The baby's crying. And look, this is what happens when you get Mormo's gifts. You kind of lose your humanity. But at first you just want what? The money. You want the wealth. You want all the good stuff. But slowly you're giving up your soul and you get corrupted. Look at this. He looks like a, Davy Jones's crew from that Pirates of the Caribbean movie, which I really do like, actually. I think they're Johnny Depp's best movies. I'm not a big fan of Johnny Depp. So here, I just think Johnny Depp's a bad actor. Sue me. Okay, I just lost half my subscribers. I'm glad he prevailed over Amber Heard, don't get me wrong. She's a crazy person, a mean person, a sociopath. I don't particularly like Johnny Depp, but I still think justice prevailed. How's that? So he's just going through, just tearing these warlocks apart. And she's like, we got to get out of here. We got to, even the witches are taking over the church. And ta-da! Hello, Joseph. It's been a long time. He goes, Golemn. What is she? What is Golemn? He goes, for all those years, your spirit was at rest. I thought I'd never be able to hurt you in the way you deserve. But here you are back in the human world. I'm so happy to see you again. So this is a flashback to the past. He killed Golemm's sister. So there were two women witches. They're like proto-witches, or as they call them, the witches. So they're like the head witches of this evil order that makes all these corrupt, demonic witches. And he killed one of the two. So now he's just talking about what happened, and he shoots this, and look, he just grabs the horns and splits the head open. Ah, my sister. And Golemn got away. Did I skip a page? No, I didn't. So he's like, and then Golemn flows away. End of flashback. He's like, I knew if I started up a cult over here, a human sacrifice cult, I would attract you. And it, who cares about everything else? It was just a big scheme to get revenge on the Golem. And he's just like, all right, well, let's get this revenge over with. And he's just smashing and bashing. Look at that. He hits him. I love how the plaster is gone and it's just blood. And she's, Veronica, don't do this. So now the animated corpse has the baby, and she's trying to reason with the animated corpse because that's just beyond human, experience, if you ask me, and gives up the baby. And she's like, oh, look, I have the baby now. I'm going to crush this baby's face off if you don't submit. So she's animated the corpses. She's toying with the dead corpse of the girl who was saving babies, and just blood tornadoes and everything like that. She's like toying with the baby, and through all the blood, she makes this blood construct. He's like, here you go. This is the means of your destruction. He goes, I will crush the baby. He do something, and then boom, it punches him. To be continued. And this looks pretty cool. The art, at least. Okay. And Parasomnia. Okay, I don't know anything about that. And Hellboy Christmas ornaments. So there you go. This is 50% of the story I just showed you. I I love this. I love golems. I love horror comics. I love superhero comics. I love comics set in historical periods. So this is hitting all my buttons. I really, really enjoy this. I can't recommend this enough. It's only 2 issues. So it's $4, so $8 for 2 comics. That is kind of expensive now that I'm thinking about it, but that's the way the world is. I got nothing else to really say other than I'm a Hellboy freak. I really like Hellboy. I think I got every one of his appearances. I love Mike Mignola. I wish he would do some more art, but he seems to pick some pretty decent artists that are moody, that are good storytellers, and that they just, I don't know, they give it the atmosphere that Mike Mignola created. So there you go. I really like it. All right. So thanks a lot, everybody. Happy 4th of July, and I'll see you tomorrow with another video. Thanks. A lot of cool comments, everybody. All right. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.